I have not been a huge fan of Fio, whatever you would like to pronounce it like. I have not been a huge fan of this brand's tuning fundamentals. They are a old brand. They are not a new brand. They have been in the market for fairly long amount of time, and still they are not doing it as desired. But recently, FIO has launched the FIO FD3 and FD3 Pro, which have been one of the some of the best tuned IEMs, and are simply excellent for their price point. FIO FD3 Pro provides switchable terminations like this one, FIO FD, sorry, not FD, it is FH5S. And before I start the analysis of sound, I would like to thank Jitesh Bhai from Chennai for lending me this unit. It is his unit, and this is a hybrid from FH. H stands for hybrid. FD in the FD. D sounds for dynamic. FA, A stand for armature. So naming is fairly simple when it comes to FIO. So this is FIO FH5S. There is a FH5 which used to have 3 BA, 1 DD, I would like to believe, but this one has 2 DD, 2 BA drivers, and is priced at 270 $280. And let me tell you what are the positives and what are the negatives of this IEM. This is a I found this IEM to be decent. There isn't anything despicable about it. There isn't anything horrible about it, but there are some downsides to this IEM for sure. First of all, the cable is good. It's a very good cable, and the switchable pins. This switchable pins are very good addition to the value of this IEM. You can use these pins with any other IEM too. Not sorry, not any other IEM, but yeah, the MMCX cable can be used with any other IEM. So that's a relief here if you are struggling with cables and terminations. But the other remarkable feature is its body. This is magnesium alloy, and it looks very good. It's an open back design, but I'll tell you guys why this open back design is not really helping this sound quality. The switches respond reasonably. I didn't find this to be bad, but these are not the best implementation. But still, this is reasonable. I haven't found any switch that really changes the sound totally, but this is reasonable. There isn't anything wrong with it. There isn't anything extravagant about either. It doesn't make it a very bassy IM, or very treble heavy IM, or putting it on the treble light mode doesn't make it a treble uh, lacking IM. So yeah, it's reasonable. These switches are good. They do what they are supposed to do, but there isn't any huge difference when they are not engaged or they are engaged. So that's it. That is the feature of this IM. But let me tell you what are the problems with the IM. The sound quality of this IM is decent, as I said. There isn't anything bad about it, but there are some problems with the tuning for sure. The sub bass is lacking. That's a big problem, big problem. It's a dual DD hybrid IM, and the biggest point of a hybrid driver is to have good bass. Believe me, the first thing that the hybrid drivers were supposed to address is bass and details. Details it has, but there too is some problems. We'll get to that. Sub bass is okay, not deep enough. Mid bass is bloated, and there lies the problem. If the sub bass is not not full enough. It isn't a rumbly enough. The mid bass should not be bloated. Bloating in the mid bass is a problem. Definitely, it is a problem. It's a good looking IM, very good looking IM, metal, gunmetal gray color, but the sound quality doesn't really match up to it. At this price, there are better IMs like the Tri i3 Pro, which have better sub bass. Mid bass is more controlled, and this IM2 lacks some texture. The notes are not really textured. They lack the grippiness. They do not engage you a lot. The low end is average, but then the mid range is good. It has very good instrumental clarity. I like it. I like its transparency and details. It has good reasonable micro details, but then its sonic abilities are average, very average. Sonic abilities are nothing to write home about. The stage is not dynamic enough. It does not adjust to the music. It has a very limited stage. It does not have the dynamic cue placement abilities, but it is okay. There isn't anything horribly wrong with a $280 IM. This is reasonable for the details and clarity you get. This is good, but then the problem arises. There is a dip in the upper mid region which is not pleasing. You really feel that there are a couple of cymbal strikes and some violin work. Some notes are suppressed. They should not be suppressed like that. They do not have that openness, that uncompressed feel to them. They are fighting for air. They are fighting for energy. So that's a no no. And when we go into the treble region, treble is good. I'll say it is okay. There is good amount of energy and sparkle, but notes are on the thinner side. That is the finishing from the mid body to the finishing end. There is a lot of thinness. It goes like this. It could have been more triangular, but that is not the case. And this is okay. Okay, when it comes to triple vision, the extension is not the best either. The dual BAs are supposed to be providing it better extension, but yeah, the extension is average too. And the biggest problem with this IM is its stage. This is seriously intimate. One of the most intimate IMs I have heard in uh, the $300 price range, around $300. Even the FD3, Fire FD3 has a bigger stage, which is odd given that this has a open back design. They said this has a semi open back design. We are positioning it as a semi open IEM, but no, it doesn't sound like a semi open IEM by any stretch of imagination. I don't know what they are doing, how they are unable to bring out the best out of this IEM. Even it doesn't even have the slight bit of noise leak, which is odd. It's a semi open back IEM. I don't know what they are doing with it, but nevertheless, that's it. That's the review of FIOFH 5S. It's reasonable. I like this to some extent, but FIO need to change its hybrid tuning principle. To be precise, the dynamic driver tuning is spot on with the FD3 Pro, but the FH series needs some revival, some new breath of air, some get someone else to tune this IM. You guys are slightly struggling with consistency and um, evenness. So that's it. That's the review of FIO FH5S. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Enjoy.